because what Katt was doing was exposing what he thought was snakes and liars.
Okay,
it's a different thing.
Okay. This is my question.
Okay.
This is my question.
Okay.
I know, this is my question. People can take it.
Okay.
I want to say this. This is what I'm saying, Joe.
What are you saying?
I'm coming from this place. I'm like this. No disrespect or whatever to Katt, but like, who asked you?
Somebody might ask you the same thing right here in this moment. Who asked you, sir? Good morning, Vietnam. Let's continue.
My community, when I say that, black people, it's like the only way I can find myself interesting if I talk shit about people.
Right.
And motherfuckers are going away from being funny when you get interviewed.
Well, Darnell, aren't comedians on stage literally talking shit about people? Isn't jokes that people make on stage about talking shit about individuals and or situations, scenarios that revolve around people? Is it me or am I missing something here?
Like every fucking podcast I turn on now, it's somebody, I'm exposed this person. I'm going to tell this about what you didn't know. And the one thing they're not doing, especially as a stand-up comedian, motherfuckers don't give a fuck about being funny.
How many stand-up comedians have podcasts and lead with their exposing somebody? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Matter of fact,
no more. Are those days over?
No. Those people that do that are almost always not very talented. Almost always. The only exception to that, the only exception to that is Katt. And I think what Katt was doing was different, because what Katt was doing was exposing what he thought was snakes and liars.
Okay.
It's a different thing.
This is my question.
Okay.
This is my question.
Okay.
I know, this is my question. People can take it.
Okay.
I want to say this. This is what I'm saying, Joe.
What are you saying?
I'm coming from this place. I'm like this. No disrespect or whatever to Katt, but like, who asked you?
Shannon Sharp did when he did that podcast.
Shannon Sharp might have asked one question.
But Shannon Sharp likes that. Like
what?
That in his.
He didn't ask one question. He asked a multitude of questions. You guys just didn't expect Katt Williams to respond in the manner in which he did. That's where the problem lies at.
His
salacious shit.
He
right?
likes a lot of that. His people, they find questions. He's got a sheet of paper. He's got
Joe,
questions of people that have beef.
Joe, what do you do with those truths? What do you do with talking about? I watched. This is a horrible impression. I sat there in the parking lot and I watched people go up into Diddy's house and they came down and they were standing up. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck do you get out of that? What?
A sense of knowing who the pervs are and who's not. That might be one thing. Know who's lying to the people about what they're not partaking in. And turns out they actually are partaking in certain scenarios. That might be another thing. It could be a conglomerate of things if you're really looking to find out or cared to know why.
What is the result of that? You expose these people to say what? Hollywood is never going to fucking change. You know what changes? Like what you do. I left fucking Hollywood. Hollywood's not going to change. And I'm not saying I went to a Diddy party. First off, I was never invited. There's a chance I would accept the invitation with rules, you know?
Right.
But what is the purpose of exposing something that
I don't think most people are exposing. What most people are doing when they're being negative is they are jealous and they are below the person they're talking shit about. Like whenever I see someone that's talking shit about
Katt
a
was
high
jealous
level,
about? You don't think you say that, and you use Katt Williams as an example. So when you said they're jealous,
Katt, first of all, when Katt did it, it was very funny. It
was very funny.
Katt's a very funny guy.
And
when
funny.
he was doing it, I think he was also being very funny while he was doing it, which is different.
Well, you have to put an LOL on the end of it because people might not understand his humor. Because this is a connection people have. This is what they.
So are you insinuating, Mr. Rollins, we're dumb?
Connection they have with Katt. It's like this is what they say. And they ride with him. They say, "Where is the lie? Where is the lie?" and all this stuff. But I'm just trying to understand what is the purpose of exposing all this stuff. What do we?
What? This is the connection they have with Katt, and all they do is look at where is the lie. How does that even make sense? Holy.
Do with this information? What do we do with the information that Diddy like to have fucking freak parties with baby oils? What the fuck do we do with all this information?
Well, Diddy's in jail right now, so they did that with the information.
Well, Diddy's in jail for doing something that a lot of people. Let me tell you something, Joe.
Tell me something.
I was riding with Diddy for one. I like the music he did, everything. I don't know Diddy like that, but when I first read the definition of sex trafficking, right? I'm sure you're a versed person. You're smart. The definition of sex trafficking: to transport a woman across state lines with the intent to have sexual intercourse.
First of all, it's not a woman. It's a person. You see that? You mixing apples and oranges there, Mr. Rollins. You just threw out there transport a woman. No, it ain't. It's man too. Man, woman, anything transported, human being, of course, for that purpose. Why did you just try to throw the fact that it has to be a woman in the
Right.
When I heard
when you're paying them, it's trafficking is
no. That's not actually my.
Really?
This is my Jamie. You can pull this up.
Wait a minute. So if you are dating a girl and she lives in Minnesota and
you
live in California and you fly her to California,
and I'm thinking
that's
about
sex trafficking?
And I'm thinking about.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I think that's just flying a girl in that you're having a relationship.
In the streets, they call it flued out. Flued out.
Yeah, but that's normal. Everybody does that.
But that's the definition.
It's commercial sex act.
Yeah, commercial sex act, induced by force, fraud, or coercion. Well, coercion's crazy because coercion is like, please, I'll buy you a bag. That's sex trafficking.
That's a
so
date.
Like if a girl, right? If there's a girl, she's like,
yo, this is insane. The man don't even know the meaning of this. That's why he heard he was about to say, well, my meaning is, yeah, your meaning. That's why meanings have actual words that you're supposed to follow. That's why certain things are interpreted and defined in a certain way for a purpose, not for you to classify it in which way you choose to.
what are you going to do for me? Like, you know those shoes you want? I got those shoes for you. Let's go shopping. Like, that's kind of sex trafficking if that's coercion for money. Like, if a girl's thinking about coming out to visit you, and then you go, listen. What are you looking for? What do you want to buy? I got money. Come on, let's go shopping. That kind of would fall into that category. But look, we're getting off topic. Let's go back to the topic originally in hand. The reason why these comedians are negative.
I need to know.
No. You're not going to get in trouble for sex trafficking. Right. Listen, that's all horseshit.
All right.
But the reason why these comedians are doing it is because they're never bigger than the comedians they're shitting on. Never.
1,000%.
1,000%.
And you know what it is, Joe?
And they're never good.
You know what it is, too, Joe? Is that deep down inside, they want to be that person.
100%.
And I tell you what.
Or they want to be in the position that person's in is a better way of putting it.
And I'll use this. I'll tell you this story. I realize that, not to say names, but it's so many people that could be guilty of it. And this is the thing that I hear that understands me, that disturbs me, is that, a lot of these people that bitch the most, they, at some point in their career, they were favored by Hollywood.
Yes.
At some point in their career, they had these opportunities. At some point in their career, guess what? They had the agencies. They had the agents. And something happened in their career where they fell out of favor for whatever you want to call that is. Whatever you want to call that, for whatever. Maybe something they did, agency didn't like them too much. And now everything that they wrote on, everything they wanted to do, now it's all that's fucked up, and the only way you get this.
Yeah, but as far as we know, Katt Williams is doing his thing. He's getting multi-million dollars, Netflix deals. So I don't. Where's the comparison at?
Opportunity because it had to be sexual favors and all that type of shit. And where did the fuck you draw the line?
But it's not even sexual favors. It's like they criticize the work of the other person. That person ain't shit. That person sucks.
Can I? Yo, here's the thing. There was.
Come on, you get this all the time because you ride with Dave and Dave's number one, right? So you always get this label, even though you're a great comic, you get this label being a coattail rider.
Right. And guess what? Everybody don't. This is what I try to explain to people, Joe. Everybody does not have to be Batman. I don't have a problem with being Robin. You know why? Because Robin got the same amount of screen time as Batman.
You have a problem with everybody wanting to be Batman. You don't have a problem with being Robin because Robin gets the same amount of screen time. That's a terrible analogy. Terrible. Robin does not get the same amount of screen time as Batman. That's why he's Batman. He's the lead. He's the star. If you choose and want to be nothing more than basically what? What's a good analogy for him to understand in a comparison? Because keep in mind, this is documentary logic. Broke it down to the street level, right? You want to give him a good comparison? Yeah, you're a worker. You have no aspiration to be a boss. If you was a street runner, you'd be picking up the packs, handing them out, making sure the count is correct. That will be you, Mr. Rollins. You don't want nothing more than that, obviously, which is hey, Bobby Brown said it the best. It's your prerogative. You can do what you want to do. But I tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure. It sounds like a whole bunch of hate going on. I'm not saying it is because I don't know personally. I don't know Mr. Rollins personally. But I can say this just like you can say this. The words in which you were saying and the demeanor in which you gave us and the scenarios which you also gave us. What are we supposed to conclude? What do you mean? You're trying to tell us after it's 2026, you think we don't see the video footage? How many comedians have said they don't like each other? So you trying to tell us they didn't been talking about each other from before? No, now the difference is it's just more public. So you don't have to partake, sir. It's Bobby Brown. Your prerogative. You ain't got to watch it neither. You don't have to listen to it, sir. You can change the channel. You can most definitely press the button and hit mute. You can do whatever you want. Why not choose to do that instead of doing what you're doing right in this moment on Joe Rogan, in which you're complaining that the people are doing it? Not because you're doing it what? Nonchalantly, and you're not. Once Katt Williams was brought into the scenario, and then you said what you said about the whole Diddy thing, and what are we supposed to do with that? You, sir, have now thrown yourself in the mix as a person who is now talking harshly about someone on the internet. And there wasn't no jokes in that. So what are we supposed to do with that, sir? Think before you leave. That's all I'm going to say. And with that, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy TW. Don't ever play yourself. It's Uncensored New York TV.
Checkmate, motherfucker.